This conference will now be recorded.
You're discussing on release
We
management, right?
have these more videos, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Under release management, okay, so we have different types of upgrades that happens in system. Okay, so the first one is universal changes. Second is admin opt-ins, and third is provisioning opt-ins. Very, very important. Just please concentrate. Release contains majorly three different types of features. First one is universal, admin opt-ins and provisioning opt-ins. So you may also see admin opt-outs or provisioning opt-outs, both of them are same. Okay, now universal changes, any change which is applicable for all customers or which gets updated into the system for all the customers, irrespective whether they use it or not. Okay, and you don't have to do any changes in the system for these universal changes. You don't have to configure or you don't have to do anything. You just have to test whether it is working or not. Okay, that's universal changes. And second we have admin opt-ins. For admin opt-ins, every customer will have a choice whether they want to use it or not. If I want to use it, I'll have to do some configuration to see the change. That is available for all customers, but it is the customer's requirement. If they are using particular functionality and they want to use, they want to see
Screen
that
is not
change, they
visible.
have to, sorry,
Screen is not visible.
not visible. What
No,
do you see? Not Excel.
no.
So let
Excel is
me
not showing.
stop sharing and reshare. Can you
Yes,
see my
now
screen
visible.
now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
No, I'm not able to see. Yeah, it's visible. It's visible. Thank you, Venu.
okay. So second is admin opt-ins. For admin opt-ins, you have to do some configuration and SAP will give you that information, what needs to be configured. The same thing with provisioning opt-ins, you will have to enable or disable the services from the provisioning account. This is admin opt-ins are done in instance and provisioning opt-ins are done in provisioning. So that's the difference. For universal changes, it applies for all the customers. Now, simple example, if I am using position management and there is a change in the position management, okay, I will see that change after the release date. Now, let's say for a customer, they are not using position management. Still, the change exists in the system. It's only that they are not using position management. They don't know whether it is changed or not, but it is changed for them as well. You don't have to do any configuration here. Automatically, system gets updated with the change. Whereas provisioning opt-ins or admin opt-ins, you'll have to go make the changes. Other than these three, we also have notable fixed issues. Have notable fixed issues. If there are any issues which are raised by customers or maybe SAP has identified some issues in the product, they will also be fixing them and they'll be part of the notable fixed issues. So where do you find all of this information? What changes are going to come in the system? Okay, what are those changes? What are the universal changes? What are admin opt-ins or what are the notable fixed issues? How will a consultant or the end users know what are the changes that are going to come? All of this information you will find it in community.sap.com. Okay, now if I go to this portal, let me go here. HR, you have SAP Success Factors. This will take you to help.sap. Both of them are same actually. Community.successfactors or help.sap. What's new? Success Factors release information. Earlier, these things will used to show up in the community.successfactors.com. Now it is showing up in the help.sap. Okay. So what's new viewer you see here? Notable fixed issues. And this is what's new viewer. You go to what's new viewer. Since this release is for all the modules of success factors, you will find the features related to each and every module. And you can filter on the areas that you are working in. So there are around, let me show you. It is showing only 20. Now I have selected show 358 entries. The total entries that we had for 2H20, the recent release what has happened is 2H 2022. Next release that is going to happen is 1H 2023. 1H 2023. Okay, so the recent release 2H 2022 happened somewhere in November, December. Okay, now if you go see, there are 358 new features which have come in this release, 2H 2022 release. Now I don't want to see all of them. Now it is related to compensation. Related to compensation. So these are related to compensation. And you have Employee Central here. So let me go and select only Employee Central. So first product, you go select Employee Central. And all, you see there are 125 entries. Within Employee Central, we have 125 entries. Because Employee Central is a big module, so you see all release features. Most of the release features in Employee Central.
So does
Okay.
that mean that this has only the the releases which are pertaining to 1H or 2H release only,
Yes,
but
this
not
is
the
only
exhaust release?
related to software version
Okay.
2H 2022. You can go and see for any of these releases. I will
Oh,
not find anything for 2H or 1H 2023. Okay.
right,
Now
right.
currently we
Yes,
only have for 2H 2023. We have selected 2H 2023. Even
right.
if you select 1H 2023, it will not show up because it won't get updated now. Just before
Now,
10 days of the release, they'll be updating this information here. You can go
now what I was thinking,
download or you can go view these features.
because
Okay.
122 are quite a many in Employee Central, so I thought,
Yes. Now, not every customer will use all the features of Employee Central. So within Employee Central, we have many other sub features. Like you have ask for feedback, not used for every customer. Apprentice management, not used by every customer. Okay. And then career explorer, not used by every customer. Current employment or concurrent employment, not used by every customer. So different customer uses different features here. There are some common features which are applicable for all the customers. Okay. And there are some features which are not applicable for all customers. So you can remove what is not necessary for your customer at least. Okay. Now let's say I want to remove concurrent, I want to remove apprentice management. Contingent workforce is something which everybody doesn't use. Country or region specific. So every time there is a change in the countries in a particular country's statutory or country information, so they will also add the country region specific. Now if your customer is not into different countries, you can only choose what is applicable for them. Okay, so I'll try to have important ones. which are generally used by all the customers. I'll check only them.
No.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah, as a consultant, what
Mm,
we need to do, we need to check all these releases, right?
yes.
And as per the client's requirement, which we are implemented, we need to change, right? It automatically changes, right? In review
Yes.
system.
Yes. On that particular date, it gets automatically updated.
So then after we need to cross check with the features is working fine or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I've applied some filters. Now it says there are 66 entries. Okay. And out of the six entries, there are universal changes, admin opt-outs, and admin opt-ins. There are no provisioning opt-ins or provisioning opt-outs. This release for Employee Central. So we only see universal admin opt-out and admin opt-in. Now, if you want these to be extracted, you can go say download CSV. It will download
What is admin?
CSV file. Sorry,
What is admin of?
admin opt-in is something where you need to configure something in the system. I'll
Yeah.
show you.
In the filter is admin opt-out.
Output. Now, both of them are same. Admin opt-ins means something which you have to go and enable or configure it to see the change. Opt-out meaning it is all by default it is enabled and you will have to go and uncheck or undo the configuration.
Okay.
By default it is applicable for all customers. You don't want to use it, you go remove that. That is admin opt-out. Okay. Now, for each of the release features, these are 66 release features. For each of the release feature, you will find more information under more. I'll show you some important ones which have come here. Okay. Now, if you see here, this is, you see here, we have made few updates to position management. With this text, you don't understand what changes they have done. So you know, if you want to know more about this change, general updates to position management, you click on see more. It opens up the information about this particular change. Okay, what are the changes? Data set to today's date in new login session, validation for position job requisition posting, position hierarchy details. So these are all the changes that has happened, all of these changes. How it looked before, sometimes you'll also see for some of the release features, you'll see both the what is changed and how it was looking earlier. Now this is how it looks now, this validation. It is showing as error and this is the message that displays. Now earlier, before this release, it used to show up this way. In the current version, when you try to change a position for which a job requisition processing request has been created, system shows an error message. Whereas earlier, it used to show the confirmation. So this is the change. Now you'll find the entire document. This is the entire document of the release. So you can also download this document. Either you can download the document and from here you can go and view it. Now I'll show you admin opt-ins or admin opt-outs. Let me show you some important ones. And some of them they have moved out. This feature is no longer. Initially, when the release happened in preview instance, they have added these features, but later they have removed these features from 2H 2022. Okay, maybe because some customer have come up with some issues, so they have removed these things. All of them are on centralized services only. Okay, now see here. Click on see more. Person-based performance history block in people profile. Now this is admin opt-in. Okay, if I go here, you see here person-based performance history block in people profile. So you can go through this. What exactly is this? Now what we have to do, admin center, you need to go check this option. Enable personal performance history block is selected. If this is selected in the system, so you go to company system and logo settings. So search for company system and logo settings. It's timed out. There's something called company system and logo settings. If I go here and search for enable person based performance history block, search for, you see here, enable person based background information. Similarly, you should be having that, this one as well. Okay, now if you enable this, if you selected this, okay, then this happens. This enhancement benefits customer who use multiple employments feature. It gives managers a consolidated view on employees' performance review data from all employments. Now, what are the configuration requirements? These are the configuration requirements. Okay, what is changed is this one. Clear?
Yes.
Now, this is one of the change. Centralized services support saving changes on history UI. So, what do we have to do for this? You go check the configuration. So this is how it looks. Now this is the screen configuration. Configuration requirement, the setting for the feature is under company system logo settings, enable centralized services to save changes in the history UI of compensation information. So if you go to the instance, go to that particular page and you will see here enable centralized services, one of it on the compensation UI, this one. This is to be enabled. By default, if it is enabled, it would be admin opt out. If you don't want, you can go uncheck it. If it is admin opt in, it is available in the system and you want to use it, go enable it. Now, sometimes some configurations you can just go enable or disable. And for some configurations, you may have to do some setup. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sure.
For configuration, for universal changes, you don't have to do anything. Okay. This one, you go click on change enhancements to alerts for HR data. It will give you more information here. You can read through the data. What is changed? How it was looking earlier. And for some of the release features, you will also see a video recorded options. Now you'll find some video recordings. Now this one you see here, demo. There is a demo available. For this feature, there is a demo. So it will give you a 10, 20 seconds or 30 seconds video. It will not have any sound, but they will just show you, they'll navigate and show you what is that new feature. Cross system workflow for SAP success factors. Now, how it will show up, you see here, that is showing, this is showing up here. You click on it, it takes you to this particular page, it shows you this way. So it will show you the navigation, it will show how it functions in the video. So for some release features, you'll find the videos as well, demos as well. This one. Okay. I'll download this PDF. Okay. So that's on the release management. Any doubts here? So what is our job here as a consultant? What will we be doing? When this release feature documentation is available in community.successfactors.com or help.sap.com, you have to go download all of the release features and see what are applicable and what are not applicable for your customer. Let's say you're working for one of the customer. Okay, if it is implementation, they don't know what is there in the system, know what has come recently in the system. So they don't know. But if you are in the support, then you'll have to definitely do this release management because customers were using the system and now customers are using the system. So it was different before this release. Now it is different after the release. So what are the changes that have come in? How is it going to impact their existing process? So you need to prepare a document for each and every release features. Now generally it is the PowerPoint presentation. What we do, each slide we talk about each change. So we'll take screenshots from the customer system. What is the change that have come? Now, what testings you have done? What are your analysis? So those things you need to communicate to your customer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next is on the, yesterday we have discussed that there are two types of system. One is provisioning and second is instance. Anybody with user credentials can log into instance. So today, if I hire an employee, that employee can log into the system depending on the role that is assigned. So the employee can log into the system. Provisioning, only certified consultants can log in. Okay. So let's talk about certification then. So every aspirant who want to get into success factors, they have to do certification at least in one module. You have to do certification at least in one module. Okay. And the certification, okay, contains 80 questions. And all of these 80 questions are of multiple choice. All of these are multiple choice. The certification of Employee Central, the code for certification of Employee Central is THR81. For each module, you have different codes. So if you want to do certification Employee Central, so you need to opt for THR81. It contains 80 questions and all of them are multiple choice and you need to answer this in 3 hours. Every module have 3 hours of time. And where do you get all of this information? The certification related information, you will find it in certification hub. Okay, let me download this first. What's new viewer? UH 2022. I'll share this with you all. You can go through it. Okay, and this training.sap.com/certification. This is the portal. This is SAP portal. Okay, I go to training.sap.com. You see here, view SAP certifications. Go to view SAP certifications. And here, search for THR 81. You see here, THR 81. Now, underscore, it says 2205. So, every release, SuccessFactors also updates the certification. It also updates the certification. Now, if you see here, it says 2205. 2205 meaning, so if it is 1H 2022, it would be 2205. 22 is the year and 05 is the month. Similarly, this is the latest version as of now what we have got. If it gets updated in 2H 2022, it would be 2211. And next one would be 2305. 05 or 11 is the month of the production release. Okay, so now the latest version of certification what we have, though we are in 2H 2022 now, the certification is available, the latest certification that is available is 1H 2022. So you see here it is showing us 2205 for all of these modules. Now you have goal management, you have recruiter experience, candidate experience, succession, compensation, variable pay, and so on. So these are all related to success factors. So THR, all of these THRs are your success factors related. And you see here onboarding, because on onboarding there is a new version which has come. This is old version, 1.0. So the latest version of 1.0 a certification is 1811. Okay, and rest of them we have 2205. Very soon all of these will be updated to 2211. Probably in a week or 10 days time it gets updated, this one. Okay, now if I want to look at the details, just click on, it says 1H 2022, this one. No. SAP Certified Application Associate, SAP Employee Central Core 1H 2022. So you have exam with 80 questions. Okay, cutoff score for Employee Central. The cutoff score varies for each module. For employees, for most of the modules, it is 65%. So that means out of 80 questions, you need to answer minimum of 52 correctly. If you answer 52 correctly, then you're passed. Even if you answer 53 correctly or 80 correctly or 70 correctly, you are just passed. Nowhere in your certification it says that no, your score is 80 or 70 or 60. No. If you get 65%, you are passed. More than 65%, you are passed. Less than 65%, you are failed. So you need to answer 53 correctly. Okay, 52 is fail, 53 is pass. And the time duration is 180 minutes. And for procuring this certification hub access, you have two options here again. CER 006, which costs you 39,773. This is INR. Because I have selected my country region as India. Okay, you see, you can select the country here. Based on the country that you select here, it will show up that currency. Okay, now in Indian INR, it shows 39,773. Additionally, you will also have taxes. Okay, this is for CER 006, and you have one more option which is CER 001, which costs you 15,909. Okay, now this is where you will be paying for the certification subscription. Okay, and this goes to SAP. This is SAP portal. Now, what is CER 006 and 001? Now, with this subscription, CER 006, you get 6 attempts. That means when you attempt the SAP certification, let's say you're attempting Employee Central certification, and you have failed to clear in the first attempt. Let's say you have got only 50% or 60%. The pass percentage is 65, but you got 60%. So you are failed. So immediately after your examination on the screen, it displays whether you passed or failed. If you are passed, that's fine. If you are failed, yeah, again you have to retake the certification. You can use your second attempt. Or if you have passed your certification in the first attempt, so you still have 5 more attempts. These 5 more attempts you can use to clear certifications of other modules. Whereas CER 001, you will only get 1 attempt. If you have not cleared that first attempt, again the subscription will be lost. You have to go again purchase the subscription. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So
Venu,
when
I
we
have one
say,
doubt.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, up to how many attempts we can give? Like, suppose I give first attempt and I got failed, and second also I get failed. Like, how many attempts we can?
For each module, maximum attempts is 3. Out of the 6 attempts, you can use 3
Okay.
for one module.
so on website, I mean on this particular website, it will show the final one or all the 3 attempts that you have given it, Venu. I mean, if I give 3 attempts, for example, I failed 2 and I passed the third one. So the final
Your
score will
pass.
come or, oh,
You have the active certification.
okay, 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 got it.
Okay. Nobody knows that you have used 2 attempts or 3 attempts, or
Oh,
you have
okay.
passed in the first attempt.
Okay, okay, great, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And for Employee Central, the areas of Employee Central, okay, the topic areas, you have this option. Data models, you have up to 12 percentage. Okay, that means out of 80 questions, 10 questions would be from data models, 10 questions would be from workflows, 10 questions would be from employee data. Okay, so these are the areas from which you will be getting your questions. Security, event driven derivation, business tools, import and export data, generic objects, foundation objects, employee data. Now, all of these things are covered in our course content. Now, the content, so we'll be going through each, every day we'll be also going through each and all the topics that we have discussed so far. Now, currently, we are doing this one. Now, types of system, landscape, okay, professional service consultant. Now, all of these were done yesterday, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now we are discussing on the release management. This we have discussed. Today we have discussed. Okay, training.sap.com. This one we are going to discuss now. So every day we'll be looking at the content what we have. So we have data models, we have security, we have generic objects, we have employee data. Okay, we have uploads. So all of this content we'll be discussing each and every area of this certification. Additionally, we'll also see some other areas as well, but all of this will be covered. Now, difference between the theoretical and the practical part is the certification is, now in certification, you'll get most of the questions, the straightforward questions. whatever that we have that we are going to discuss in the sessions. Now there would be some questions up to maybe 10 to 15 questions would be on the scenario based questions. Okay, if your customer is asking you to do this, how you are going to manage, how you are going to configure the system. If customer's requirement is this, where are you going to do this configuration? So you'll find some scenario based questions as well. Okay, and the best material to go through for the certification is implementation guide, which I will be sharing you all. Okay, now if you want to see the sample questions of certification, how it looks, okay, so I'll show you this one here. Now you can take up this certification from anywhere. You don't have to go to SAP centers, or no, you don't have to go to anywhere to do this certification. You can do your certification from your home itself. The only thing that you need is a proper internet, a webcam, and a headset. So why do we need a webcam? Because throughout the examination, this 180 minutes, a proctor will be watching you. Now you need to schedule your examination. Let's say you want to do your examination tomorrow. So when you go to this website, when you try to book the examination, it will show you the available slots. 5 p.m., 6 p.m., or no 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. So you can book the slot, the available slot. Okay, when you book the available slot, you have to log in to this portal, and a proctor will be assisting you. Proctor will take control of your system and see if there are any applications, or if you have connected your system to any other third party applications, and they will ask you to continue with the examination. And throughout your examination, proctor will be watching you. You should not keep your mobiles with you, or keep any kind of documents with you, or you should not have someone sitting beside you. Okay, so you need a webcam, your headset, a proper internet. Let's go to some sample questions and see. So these are the instructions what you have to do. Okay, check continue. Now you see the timer here. For these questions, there are now in the real time also you'll find the questions like this. It is 1 of 9, right? So in real time, when you write examination, it will show 1 of 80, 2 of 80, 3 of 80, 4 of 80, 5 of 80. Okay, this is the first question. And the time you see, you'll also see the time here. You have 15 minutes to do this. You're creating a generic object and you want to add a foundation object as a field. Based on attached screenshot, what value would you enter in the valid value source? Now this is XML code. Now we discussed that you'll also have the XML code, right? So this is the XML code. Now this is like a scenario. So no, you're doing something like this and you want to add a foundation object. So what is the configuration? Whether this, what is to be added? What value would you enter in the valid value source? Okay. So let's say external code. Okay, this is code right now. Next question. How do you translate the label for legal entity objects so that the users in different countries see the label of their own language? Next question. Now, all of these 80 questions are of multiple choice. Now, if you have observed the earlier questions, you have only one answer. Some of the questions will also have multiple answers. This is now, once you have answered, you can also go change your answers. Okay. Next question, if you see, these are the check boxes. That means there are multiple answers, and wherever you have multiple answers, this will say that there are 2 correct answers or 3 correct answers. You have to answer all of them, all the 3 of them correctly. If you don't answer 3 correctly, you will not get score for this question. There are no negative marks. But this question, now even you have selected 2 correctly and 1 wrong. So this is wrong. For this, you don't get any score. Okay. Next question. Where can a workflow contributor see? Next. Here you have 2 correct answers. I'll just randomly select some answers. Next question. 2 correct answers. Okay, I'll just randomly select some answers. Now, once you submit, you'll get your score, whether you are passed or failed. Now it says total score is 4 out of 9, and the percentage what you have scored is 44 percentage. So it will display. That means you are failed. So minimum of 65 percentage should be getting. Clear? On certification.
Yes.
Yes.
Now you have answered all of this. Any doubts on certification?
No.
The questions are in the same website, right? Where you have shown. I just missed that site.
No, yeah. The sample questions will be in the community.success, sorry, training.sap.com.
Oh.
Okay. Those are
It's already too
sample.
much.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's already 2S22 2022 is released, right?
Yes. Every year 1H will happen. April preview in April. Somewhere in April. Production will be in May. This would be October, November. April, May, October, November. So the release always, the certification or the release always says it is 2205, 2211, 2305, 2311 and so on. Okay. So if you have done certification today, let's say I have certification of Access. If I'm doing certification today, I will see my version of certification as 2H 2022. Sorry, 1H 2022, because the latest version what we have is 2205.
So will it be having the validity
Yeah.
for how
Yes.
many years or something?
Yes. Now the certification hub validity is 1 year. This one hub access is valid for 1 year. If you're taking six attempts, okay, if you're subscribing for 6 attempts, these 6 attempts are valid for 1 year. If you're taking today, so this would be valid for 12th Jan 2024. By this time, by 2023 Jan 12th, you have to complete all your 6 attempts. If you don't use some attempts, they'll get lapsed.
No,
No, but
actually,
if
I'm
you
talking about the
complete,
validity of certificate.
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
tell you that as well. I'll tell you that as well. Now, this is validity of the hub access, certification hub access. Now, validity of your certification, success factors recommends all the certified consultant to update their certifications to the latest versions. Okay. Now, if I have done my certification in 1H 2022, after every release, they will now give the stay currents are deltas. There's something called stay current or delta. Earlier we used to call it delta. Now they are calling it as stay current. Now you have to take up this exam as well every release, after every release. And this can be taken up from Learning Hub. The portal called Learning Hub Access. You need to log into Learning Hub and do your stay currents or deltas. Let's say I have my certification of 1H 2020.
Now the certification is 2H 2022, right?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can you all hear me?
Yes.
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 Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay current certification hub. Certification and stay current. So the one is done in certification hub and second is done in the learning hub. Learning hub usually given by the your implementation partner, your
So when
employer.
you are
Like
So when you're updating, I mean, when they say that you have given an exam in 1H 2022 and the next one you are giving in 2H 2022, so you have to pay a fees again, or it is just like normally you just log in with the credentials and give the exam.
Sorry, can you come again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I said in the Learning Hub when you said to upgrade, right?
Hmm.
When they say that okay, you have to update it, update your certification. So whether you have
Hmm.
to pay a fees in Learning Hub also for the updatation, or it's just the normal that you have to get the login credentials and just get it done.
No, Certification Hub and Learning Hub, these two are two different websites. If you have
Okay.
Certification Hub, you can only do the certification, those 80
Mm-hmm.
questions attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if you have
Mm-hmm.
Learning Hub access, you can only do stay currents. You cannot do certification in Learning Hub. Similarly, you cannot do stay currents in Certification Hub.
No, in
Okay.
learning are we chargeable or not?
Learning Hub is also
Yeah.
chargeable. Now, if you're taking it on your own, then it costs you somewhere 2.5 to 3 lakhs. Very expensive. Now, when you're working for some organizations, generally they give Learning Hub access for all of their consultants. Because why do they give Certification Hub, Learning Hub access is now having the certification, it is your responsibility as a consultant. Now, if customer has to place you in one of the projects, let's say you're working for IBM and IBM has got a project of Nestle. And if they have to place you in that project, now you should have the provisioning access. To have the provisioning access, you need to have active certification. Now you have done your certification, so implementation partner will give you the provisioning access as well. Whereas if your certification is expired because you have not cleared your stay currents or you don't have learning hub access. Now you don't have certification, your active certification. So if you don't have active certification, now implementation partner cannot place you in the projects to work on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other doubts?
No, I'm good.
Others? No doubts? Can we move on to new topic?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, while implementing or while doing the implementation or while doing the support for any customer, okay, you got some issue, you try to analyze, now you could not fix the issue. So you can always go and create a ticket with SAP. Now, it could be the issue with the configuration, issue with the system, okay, it could be anything. Something is not working, you want to know why it is not working. Okay, so if you want to know, then you will have to create a ticket with SAP, and that you can do it through Launchpad. There's a portal called Launchpad. Okay, so your customer would be giving you access to Launchpad. Every customer that you work for, they will be given, not the implementation partner. Your customer will give you the Launchpad access. Okay, now when you log into Launchpad, you can go find out the knowledge based articles. Call it KBS. Launchpad, you can go find the knowledge base article. That means any documentation that is available. Now, all the issues, all the general issues what people get. So SAP has documented them and placed in the Launchpad. So if you are getting some error, okay, so go first search for the knowledge base article. What is that error? You just type the error, what you are getting, or no, what you are expecting, you just type it there. If the text matches. Somebody has already created a ticket and it is resolved by SAP. SAP will document it and place it in the knowledge base article. So you can go see what you have to do. Or if you could not find something which you are looking for, you can always go and create a ticket with SAP. So while creating a ticket, you need to provide all the necessary information. So how you are getting there, what are the steps that you have followed, what are the steps that you have to follow to get that error. Or if you have screenshots, you can take it and you can also attach. All of this is done in the Launchpad. So if I go here, search for Launchpad, launchpad.sap.com. This is your Launchpad. Now, let's say you are getting some error while hiring employee. So this is what you want to see. So this is on the knowledge base article. So you go here. There are 270 documents related to that. Blank error message while hiring or adding employee. Let's say this is the error that you are getting. Okay. So here you'll find that information.
We are logging through as user ID, right?
Yes. Now see here. This is the symptom. This is a screenshot that they have given. The environment, in which environment it is related to Employee Central. How to reproduce this issue? These are the steps that you have followed. And what is causing the issue? This is causing the issue. And what is the resolution? How to resolve the issue? So go follow these steps. Okay. If this is not the error what you are looking for, or document what you are looking for, okay, just go open another document. If these documents are not useful or have not resolved your issue, you can always go and create a ticket with SAP. Again, that can be done here. Either you can go do expert chat. Okay, chat will SAP support engineer will help you out. If they can fix it on call, they can do it, or they will ask you to create a ticket. Okay. Now, when you do a certification, you subscribe for Certification Hub, you will get one S user ID like this. You'll get S user ID like this, certification ID. Okay. Let's say today you're not employed with any of the implementation partner, but you have done your certification. So you have S user ID. When you do your certification, you will also get your S user ID. Now you are joining any organization, any implementation partner, Deloitte, IBM, Capgemini, or whatever company, whichever implementation partner that you are joining. You need to share your S user ID with them, with the organization that you are joining. So they will convert your S user ID into a partner ID. They'll give you a different ID here. This is your partner ID. This is your own ID. This is partner ID and this is own ID. If they have given you Learning Hub access, you can log into Learning Hub access using the same ID, this partner ID. You can log into Launchpad with this same ID also. You can log into any of the portals, help.sap or any of the portals with this as user ID. Now, each customer will also give you another S user ID. This is your customer ID. If you are working for 2 different customers at a time, This is one ID, then this is one ID. Now these are used just to log into Launchpad. When you log into Launchpad with this ID, now you can log into Launchpad with this ID, with this ID, and with this ID. So you will see all the documents. But when you log into Launchpad with this ID, you can create only tickets related to this customer. So if they have dev, quality, and production instances. So you can only create tickets related to these three instances with this ID. You cannot create tickets for any other customers using this partner ID or this your own ID. For this customer, if you have other instances, dev, prod, test, QA, and prod. So if you have to create tickets in any for any of these instances, let's say you're getting issue in pre-production. So you need to mention what is the company ID or what is the instance ID. So you can only see your instances, see your instances IDs when you log in to Launchpad using this ID. Knowledge base articles, you'll find the same knowledge base articles with all the IDs that you are logging in. But to create a ticket for a particular customer, you need to log in with particular ID. Is that clear?
Yes. What do you do in partner ID? What is the use?
Partner ID, this can be used. Now, this can be used to get provisioning access. This can be used to log into portals like help.sap. Any kind of documentation that you want to download, you can use this portal.
So
Okay.
why one cannot use the own ID instead of partner ID?
Now, just because you are certified in one module, you cannot go and implement success factors for other customers. Let's say today you're not employed with any employer. You have done certification. You cannot go and implement or support for any customer because implementation partners have taken license to implement success factors, right? So
Okay.
it's like no, you have a McDonald's or KFC. You cannot sell the products of KFC or McDonald's from your home or no, you'll not get these products in the supermarket.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Now you need to go to that particular franchisee and then buy those products. Similarly, it's the same thing. Success factors also of implementation partners, they pay license fee to SAP and get license to implement. So one can only implement success factors if they are partnered with SAP. And
Okay.
you have to be associated with implementation partner to work on success factor systems.
Okay. It means my own ID will be for my implementation partners to know them that I have the certification, and for the
Yes.
customer, I'll be having partner ID. Is it?
For yeah, when you are employed with implementation partner, they will convert your ID. Now, today you are with IBM. Okay, let's say today we are with IBM and this is your partner ID. Tomorrow, when you move to some other organization, okay, let's say Deloitte or Capgemini or whatever it is, you will have to share this ID with that employer. They will convert, they will give you a new user, S user ID. That's their
We
partner
need to
ID.
share the partner ID.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So every time you change your job, you have to give the S user ID which you are using. Now people don't know that the S user ID what you are sharing is your own ID or no, it's a company's ID or something like that. It is the ID on which you have your certification. Today you have done your certification, you are not employed with any organization, so you have got S user ID here. You're sharing it with the partner when you have joined them. So they are converting, they are changing the ID to partner ID, their partner ID. Okay. all the customers who are linked to that partner, okay, you can get provisioning access using that as user ID. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Now you cannot use IBM's partner ID to get provisioning access of a customer who belongs to Deloitte. No, you cannot do that. Okay, so we'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
So just for your information, we don't have sessions on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. This week we'll not have session on Monday as well because of festival. We are not having session on Monday as well.
Mm. Okay.
So after tomorrow we'll connect back on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So
Okay.
that's why I'm trying to cover maximum of the theoretical part. Okay. So tomorrow we'll try to see how much we can cover. And then rest of the theoretical part, so maybe probably on by Tuesday we'll be starting off the configuration as well. First few minutes we may see the theoretical part, and from there on we'll go and see the practical part. Tuesday or Wednesday.
Hi, Venu.
Okay.
Swarna here.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead, Swan.
So here I just joined very lately to the session. Even I don't know, I mean, what was taught. Anyway, so here I can see 1H 2023,
Hmm.
2305. Is it the upcoming one or is it already available?
Release,
One,
as part of release, now currently we are in 2H 2022.
okay,
But for certification, you have 1H 2022.
okay,
Once
fine.
now in another week or 10 days, all your certification will also be updated to 2H 2022, and that would be for next 6 months till
Next six
you
months.
get 1H 2023. 1H 2023 is going to come in production in the month of May 2023. After this
Oh,
happens in the product, okay, now they'll take one more month time. Maybe in the month of June, July, they will come up with 1H 2023 certification. So they will not
okay,
immediately change the certification as well. Now it has happened recently in the month of December. The release has happened in production. This time it got delayed. So the release happened in 2H20, release of 2H 2022 happened in the month of December this year. So every year it is usually in the month of November, but this year it got delayed and now it went till December. So in another, that's why I'm saying another week or 10 days, it will update all the certifications. You will see the version as 2H 2022. Though we are in Jan 2023, the release what we have is 2H 2022. Now, any success factors application that you open, you will find the version as 2H 2022. I'll show you how to look at the version of success factors that you are logging. Now, any application that you log in on the home page itself, you'll find the version information. It says release build B2211. B2211 is generally the 22 is the year and 11 is the month of November, because usual releases happens in the month of the second half releases happens in the month of November. That's why they use 2211.
thank
Okay.
you.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
And coming to the exam demo system for practice and all, will you provide?
Yes, we'll be giving you access, 1 month access of demo system. So once the practical session starts, you can start using the system. I'll guide you how to log in, what is to be done.
Okay, sure. And if we need that to be extended for more days, is it possible?
Yes, you can speak to Satish on that. He'll help you out on the extension. Satish or Ravi.
Yes,
And
Venu.
Venu,
And
one thing.
I
Yes,
would like
let
to ask regarding,
yeah,
regarding
let
the
Swarna
question,
complete.
regarding
Yes, go ahead.
the exam
Hmm,
PHR1. So
hmm.
whether also, is there any guidance for that to attend the certification exam?
Yes, we'll help you out on that as well.
Okay.
Satish or Ravi, they will be sharing you some sample questions. Okay, or no, they'll also assist you. They'll make sure you'll clear your certification in the first attempt. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Thank you so much, Venu.
Yeah, Mini, who was that? Is that Mini who was asking question?
No, I was Anupriya.
No.
Yeah, hi Anupriya. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I was asking whether you will provide the navigation documents like where to go, what to do, what to click, step by step.
Yes, every day when we discuss on the practical part, I'll be telling you where to go, how to do in the configuration. And you will also be getting the Employee Central implementation guide where you can go and see all those things what we are doing. Now, this is the document, Employee Central implementation guide. Okay, so what we are doing and whatever configuration steps that we have to follow, it guides you. You see here, procedure, login to provisioning with your username and password. Now, this is the step we have to go. Select this thing, go to company settings and do this thing. So wherever possible, they also give you the screenshots as well. Now, all of these steps are there in the implementation guide. This is the best material, best document to refer. If you are thorough with this document, it's around 300 pages document. If you are thorough with this, you can clear your certification in the first attempt. You don't need anybody's help as well. You see, sometimes some places you'll also see the screenshots as well.
So you will provide us this one, the
Yes,
implementing employee
the
central.
latest implementation. Yeah, latest implementation. Yeah, this is called implementation guide. Latest one I'll provide you.
Okay.
Anything else? No? Okay. So
Wait,
we'll,
one last question. Is
yes,
there
go ahead.
any guidance for the implementation project also?
Yes, whatever
Implementation.
now when we start the configuration in system, we will follow the sequence that success factors recommends us. Okay, while doing the implementation for a customer. So whatever configuration steps that we do in these sessions, it is like a project only. So what is the first step that we do in the real-time projects? So how do we get the requirements? So if your customer gives you the requirements, how you are going to configure that in the system. So we'll discuss each and everything. We'll follow the same sequence what we generally do in the real time.
Okay, for practice purpose also we need to follow the same.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Venu. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.